Hi, Dr. Crane. Welcome to my video presentation. I learned a lot of different things from this course, most importantly, how to communicate both formal and informal information as effectively as possible. I accomplished a wide range of things in this class, from a very intricate project, group work, small quizzes, and a lot of the readings that we did. I feel like I got the most out of this class that I possibly could have. I began this class learning how to effectively communicate with my new and randomly assigned group. This was challenging at first, but ultimately led to stronger teamwork in the end, having to figure out how to work together. Kanban Flow was a really cool and useful tool that I was introduced to this quarter. It was really helpful for splitting up tasks between one another, and it also enabled us to see who was getting their work done. Choosing a troubleshooting guide to revise was tough because I had not had any experience with the devices that we got to choose from. Luckily, my group member Leo had a Keurig Mini and was able to share some problems he experienced with it. I had never heard of iFixit before, but I was really inspired by them. They are working very hard to reduce our population's e-waste by providing repair guides that are completely free of charge. I haven't really heard about these problems before, but I'll definitely start working on fixing my own things. I really had a hard time choosing a project. I was super nervous because I hadn't had any experience working with electronics before. But after looking at the suggestions for topics, I knew that I would be able to do something with fabric really well. When choosing alternates, again, I struggled to think of another topic that didn't have anything to do with technology. I asked my parents for help, and together we came up with repairing scratches on porcelain, but I really think they just wanted me to clean their sink. There were not very many things that I was comfortable working with, so I was really worried about not being approved with my initial proposal. It was also my first time writing a letter of proposal, so I was also a little bit nervous that my letter could seem unprofessional or not have enough information. I was also very nervous for checkpoint 1. I have not had experience with taking photos like that before, and I felt like I may be inadequate at doing so. It took me 3 people to get them done properly, and I was really happy with how they turned out. The usability tests were actually really fun for me. It helped me learn that there were some instructions that needed a lot more clarification, and it also showed me that there were some things that I just assumed that people would know how to do, like using a seam ripper. For checkpoint 2, I struggled with feeling like I had too much information compared to the guides that I had peer reviewed. But in the end, I decided to just go with it because my guide was not a super simple task and everyone needed to be able to do it. I learned that creating an outline for your project is key. It may seem like you know what needs to be accomplished in general, but breaking it down into small tasks really makes things go much easier. It also makes the project seem more manageable overall. After you have chosen a project, you need to figure out who your target audience is. You must consider things like age, background, knowledge, and experience to be able to determine who you are really giving your message to. After you figure out who your target audience is, you need to develop your style. I learned that this means choosing appropriate language and vocabulary to not confuse your audience, but you also don't want to bore them either. I learned that the first and most important thing that you need to do when starting your research is finding credible sources. You can definitely quickly make a fool out of yourself trying to persuade or make an argument when you're using faulty information. After you have gathered all of your information from your research, you need to organize it. Having similar and relevant information grouped together will help the paper, presentation, instructions, or whatever you're doing go much more smoothly. After all of your information is organized, you need to choose how you want to format it. This means deciding what presentation style will be most effective at delivering your information. This could be a memo, an email, a letter, and much more. All in all, I created a project that I'm really proud of. I never saw myself creating something like that before. I also took a lot of valuable information from this class, like project management and how to write a proper memo. Communication is everywhere, and knowing how to effectively use it within different settings is crucial in today's world. I definitely feel like I have gained a lot of communication skills and will be better at communicating in the future. Thank you.